Everyone, it's Stephanie from Guiding Force Consulting, and today I want to talk a bit about the power of Salesforce campaigns for nonprofits. Many nonprofits are using campaigns, but I'm not sure if you're familiar with the full extent of the capabilities, and so I want to talk about a few features and make sure you know that they're available so you can basically track your events and fundraising campaigns and marketing campaigns to a greater degree. So let's get started. So this is my development demo org. So the data in here is not real. When you come into Salesforce, you should have campaigns listed. If you don't have it at the top, you may not have the marketing checkbox checked on your user profile. So your Salesforce administrator should be able to help you with that. If you still don't see it, you might see a pencil over here on the right-hand side that you can click, and that pencil will let you add the campaign tab to the top of your box up here. So once you're on campaigns, you can click new, and depending on how your system is set up, it might open a new box immediately, or it might give you the choice of the type of campaign. Go ahead and give it a name. Let's say we're going to do a year-end stewardship event. Active means that people can choose this campaign when they're selecting it on donations or invitations. The type, this may be different for everyone. For me, it's going to be an event. And then you can say if it's planned, in progress, completed, or aborted. We're going to say it's in progress. And because it's year end, we're going to start November 1st and finish on the 31st. I'm giving it a full month to track the campaign, not just the day of the actual event. If I was hoping to get revenue, I can put those goals in here. This isn't that type of event. It's going to be stewardship. Just know that you have the opportunity to do that. And then you can roll these up into a parent campaign. So if you had one overarching campaign and several small ones that fall below it, you can connect them all in the hierarchy through a parent. Feel free to give it a description if you want. So we're going to go ahead and save our campaign. And when you click on the details tab, you'll see all the information you just typed in. It's also going to let you know how many leads have been added to this campaign. So you can use this for a prospecting event. How many leads were converted? So they went from a lead to a contact. How many contacts you have, how many have responded, how many donations you've received, how many donations were won, if you will, so meaning received is the status, as well as the dollar figure. When you go to related, if you don't see campaign member statuses, this is something you can add on the setup side as a related list. What this will do is allow you to pick the status of the people that are in your campaign. So right now it's defaulted to responded or sent. But I'm going to change this to invitation sent, and then RSVP yes. Check yes for responded because they did respond. RSVP no, they still responded. Maybe no reply. Maybe I also want to track who attended. And I could put no show in here, but I'm going to say if they're an RSVP yes, and I didn't switch them to attended, that means they're a no show. I can pick the default. So when I add new people into this campaign, what is the default status? So we're going to change that. I want the default to be invitation sent. And then I want to get rid of these default ones, if you will, that started automatically. So now that I have the basics set up for my campaign, I can go into campaign members and I can start adding people to this campaign. I can add leads, contacts, or I can just create a whole list and upload it. So if I want to add contacts, I can go ahead and just search. I can click the names that show up here, but I can also do a search at the top and hit next. Let's move my box. I can pick what status I want for them. As you see, it did default to the one I picked. And now all these people are in this campaign as being sent an invitation to my event. Another cool thing you can do, if you go to your contacts, you can do a list view. So I had already created one that is everyone who lives in Detroit who gave us donations this year. You can do that through filters. Let's do all contacts. Their city equals Detroit. And let's say I had giving filter on here as well. I'm not going to do that because this is a demo org and doesn't have a ton of information. But you can see here, this is my list. So you can create a list, you can give it whatever filters you want. If you click on this button here on the top, you can add this to a campaign. I'm going to add them to my stewardship event. I'm going to say I sent them an invitation. And now when I open up that event, all of these individuals, if I go view all, will be added. So now I have invitations sent to everyone here. So this is a really great way to bring people into a campaign. You can also import and then manage. So if you click manage, it's another way to import a bunch of names or contacts that you invited to an event. Just note that they're going to be added into Salesforce as either a lead or a contact if you do that. So once you have everyone in here, if you received, let's say, 4 RSVP cards in the mail today, you can select those 4 individuals. And if you click update status, you can go ahead and say these 4 said yes. And then I got a phone call and Virginia told me she couldn't make it, so I can change her to no. And then the event happened and these folks attended. So you can very quickly update the statuses. You can do them in bulk if you have the entire list that you want to change. The other thing you can do is you can pick the entire list or just several people, and then you can send the list an email. So this might be, don't forget the event is coming up, know before you go, this is where you park, this is what the attire is. It can be, don't forget that we'll be accepting donations at the event. Don't forget you can purchase these additional add-ons if you click here. So you can do whatever you want in this email. It does images, links, formatting, and then you can send it right away, save it as a draft, or schedule it. So it's really nice to be able to communicate with the people that are attending this event by managing them in a campaign. Then if you go to the person's contact record, if you have activities turned on, so some people will have it right here. I have it, I think under here, campaign history. I can see that she was invited or attended or RSVP'd to this event. So anyone who's working with this contact record can get a really quick bird's eye view of the people, of what events and activities that they've participated in. So that's really nice. And then you can also track under your activities tab, sent a special note saying, I look forward to seeing you there if you want to do some exceptional stewardship. So campaigns are really powerful. You can use them for more than just tracking donations. You can use them to track your events. With that said, it's not a replacement for your event management tools like auctions and tickets and all of those things. You can track tickets and campaigns, but that's not really its intent. So take a dive in. If you have more questions, let's talk. I would love to show you more about all of the ways that you can take advantage of campaigns.